welcome or welcome back. I am Bekah Jo, aka the Makeup Tax Lady, and thank you for joining me for today's video. For today's video, I wanted to do an eyeshadow palette roulette. So we are gonna pull up a random number generator 1 through 18 using my Simply Posh Cozy Cabin palette to create today's look. Okay, so I have mentally numbered these 1 through 18. The top row is 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. So this will start number 7 and this will start number 13. Okay, so here's our random number generator. What's our first number going to be? 13. So the shade Tradition is number 13. I'm gonna start with 4 shades, and depending on what those are, we might do a 5th shade too. Okay, next is 15, which is Chimney. Then we have 5, which is Wish List. This is very interesting. And the last is 14, which is Fireplace. So we've got Tradition, Fireplace, Chimney, and Wish List. I love doing an all matte look, so that is totally okay with me. I'm also not going to do a 5th shade because we've got a lot of depth going on already. So let's check out this look. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put Wish List all over the top lid and up into the crease. And then I'll probably deepen that up with Chimney, maybe Fireplace. I'm gonna use Tradition on the lower lash line, and whichever of these two that I did not use on the top, I'll use to deepen up the bottom a little bit. Starting with the shade Wish List. Okay, I have built that shade up and blended it out the way that I like. I'm going to attempt a little bit of a graphic liner of some sort with the shade Chimney on my top lash. Let's see how this goes. Getting a little bit of fallout from the matte, but that's okay, I'll clean it up in a minute. Look at how pigmented that shade is. That matte shade is so opaque, so smooth. That is gorgeous. I love the way that that applied. Okay, so this is kind of the shape that I've got going. It's intentionally fading it a little bit more as it comes in on the eye. I'm going to attempt to do the same thing on the other eye. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, I am pretty pleased with how that turned out. I picked up less on my brush of the shade Chimney when I went in on this eye. Still got beautiful opaque coverage, but without the fallout. So I just had picked up too much when I did this eye. User error. Next, I'm gonna go into the shade here, Fireplace, and I'm going to put that under most of my eye, but I'm gonna leave just a little bit space right there. Hopefully you can see that the shade Fireplace that's under my eye is just a little bit more red than Chimney, which is what we used for the winged liner. I'm sure if they were blown out a little bit more, the difference would be more obvious. I can definitely see it in person. I just don't know how well you can see on camera. Next, I'm going to take Tradition and I'm going to use that to kind of smudge out, blow out the under eye, and then make sure it's real concentrated right here in the inner portion of my lower lash line. I might also, I haven't decided yet, take it and kind of complete this blend with the upper lash line liner. She is pigmented, honey. Okay, yes, I do. I want to add some Tradition to just add a little bit more detail into this graphic liner on the top lid. Okay, this is turning out so fun. I had no idea what kind of eye look I was gonna do when I sat down today. But it's dramatic and it's a little wild and I enjoy it. So let me go add some blush, clean up under my eyes with a little bit more concealer, mascara, maybe or maybe not lashes, and something on the lips, and I will be right back to show you the finished look. Okay, I am back. Here is the finished look. To finish up my look today, I used the shade Cozy for my blush. I used the Smashbox liner in Sumatra for my waterline, Rare Beauty mascara because I couldn't be bothered for lashes. Rare Beauty, I have this little lipstick in the shade Inspire, and that's kind of on the outside of my lips. And then more on the inside of my lips is this MAC lipstick in the shade Vegas Volt. I thought that together, these two shades went with kind of the orange pop that we have on the eyes, and then all brought together by the soft coral shade Cozy as a blush. So this is very fun. Although it's cold outside and we woke up to snow this morning, this feels like a very summery look, but that's okay. And I think that's one of the fun things about this palette is just how versatile it is. I think it's great for this time of year, winter, holiday season. I think it'll be great in the spring, in the summertime, and then back again next year in the fall. I really think we have a lot that we can use here in this palette. And this was an all matte look. You saw everything packed on beautifully, blended well. I'm really impressed with the matte shades, as well as the shimmer shades in this palette. I was kind of disappointed that my random number generator didn't give me any shimmer shades because the shimmers in here are absolutely beautiful. Duochrome, reflective, flattering on the lids, beautiful shades. I love this palette so much. I've actually gotten a few new palettes in my collection since I purchased this one, and I keep finding myself wanting to reach for this one for a variety of reasons. I really think it's absolutely beautiful. If you have it, I encourage you to pull it out. If you don't have this palette, maybe you have another palette in your collection that's one that you just keep reaching for right now. I'd be curious to hear what that palette is. Please let me know down in the comments. Do you like this look that I did today? I've got my coffee right here, and unintentionally, it's like the same color theme, and this has been like my go-to colors lately. So the way that this came together, I'm so happy for it. And it's so much fun. Like, I feel like it's such a good way. Like, I would not have just picked those shades to put together in a look. So I think that's part of what's fun about a palette roulette or a random number generator, whatever you want to call it. If you'd like to see more videos with this kind of style, please let me know. I already have 2 videos with the Cozy Cabin palette that I will link down in the comments if you're curious just to see more about this palette and hear my thoughts on it. And yeah, I think that's all that I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stick around. I'd love to see you back here for my next video. See ya.